Well, g'day guys, good to see you again. Right, what I want to do today is just run through filleting these fish what I got on the last Waipinger trip what I had, fishing with cockles. I also want to show you how I like to pack them using these, I'll turn that around, using these cry-pack machines. But I'll get to that when I've finished filleting these, because I've got quite a few to do. Here's my helper. This is my cat called Mitzi. She's 17 years old. She's looking pretty good. Hey, she's hanging for a bit of fish. Anyway, right. I'll get on because she can't wait to get an offcut. Can you? Hey? No, you can't. So look, I'll get on with this and I'll just run through how I fillet it. I'm not the world's greatest, but it'll be helpful for those of you who haven't really done it before. Okay, so I'll just angle the camera down so you can get a better view. I'll put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing so I don't cut my finger off. Okay, I hope you can see that. Right, I'll start with the bigger ones. Yeah, it was a nice catch of fish. Anyway, now this is optional. I like to give it a slice up the belly. Just go up to the base of that. You don't have to go through the bone here. Right. Now you want to cut behind the fin here like this, and cut behind this, but angle it into the back of the head here. Okay, so you don't waste anything. It'll be like a V. Okay, so cut right in there. See that? Some people just chop the head straight off, but then you just waste all this meat here. So angle it in like that. Then run your knife as close to the dorsal fin as possible, right down here, and follow the bones to the backbone. Right, and just be careful you don't slip. I never have slipped, but just be careful. The sharper the knife, the better. A blunt knife is your enemy because you end up putting too much pressure on. So yeah, run the knife all along there, nice and close. Make your first cut. Go right up to that V. See there, beautiful. Alright, now let's just follow them bones down to the backbone. Right, see in there? We've gone down here to the backbone there. Then around the backbone, angle your knife downwards. If you don't, you'll cut off a lot of meat there. See? So if I hadn't angled it, I would have lost all this meat here. But yeah, run down there, come up, come to the back, then turn your knife around, and what I'm going to do is go around the ribs. Some people slice off the ribs and take the ribs off the fillet, but I go over the ribs like so. Just cut that a bit better. Yep. Follow the ribs down, bones down. See how that's just come away lovely. Then just slice it off along the bottom there. Okay, there's one fillet. No real waste on there. And now we'll turn the fish over. Do the same on this side. On an angle into his head. Make sure it's cut through there properly, like this. And then right along the dorsal fin again. One side's easier to do than the other. The first side's easier for me. Second side's a bit harder, but it's not like too hard. Okay, so we're running down. Just in here, there's a bit of bone. You've got to like maneuver your knife over the top of them ribs. Okay, because there's pin bones here as well. Alright, we're coming down over them ribs. Just like that. Okay, it's down along here. And then just swipe them off. Right? Another nice fillet. Not much waste on there. There's a little bit here, so hardly any. But I'll just slice that off for Mitzi. She's sitting there also patiently. Yeah, Mitz, that's for you. Yeah, that's probably why she's 17 years old. She gets so much fish. Pretty healthy. Anyway, that is for future worming bag, future fishing burley bag, or you can bury it in your compost out the backyard. That makes great compost when it breaks down. Absolutely really good. So I'll throw that over there in my bag. Right, now this, I've got a fork here. I'm gonna skin these because my wife doesn't like the skin, so I don't have to scale them. A lot of people prefer to skin the salmon anyway. So you just put your fork here and start sliding your knife up along the skin, see? Then you can get rid of the fork, just hold on to that and just finish the job. Look at that, beautiful. Look at that little bit of that there, so Mitzi can have that as well. Skin in the bag. Rightio. Feel here. You can feel the pin bones, they come back to about here on salmon. Trevally, they come back to about here. But on salmon, just there. So just each side. Lovely. Cut that out. There you go. All my pin bones are in there. Mitzi can get that as well. Because cats are allowed a bit of fish bone. And that bit of stomach lining, I'll just take that off. Don't really want that. Mitzi can have that. There you have it. Lovely. This bloodline on the back, I don't mind eating that. If it was a big salmon, like 1.5 kilos, 2 kilo or bigger, I'd remove a lot of that, but that doesn't taste too bad at all. Bit of flavour. Lovely. So he can go on the tray. Right, the other fillet. Again, fork into the end of the tail. Run your knife there, then you can get rid of the fork. And just slide him in there. Lovely. Skin in the bag. I'll slice off this little bit of belly here. We don't really want that. Mitzi might not want that either. It's a bit of, probably bitter. Again, out with them pin bones. Lovely. There's a nice fillet again. Lovely. Okay, so I'll zip through all these. I got 19 lovely salmon trout. These salmon trout, a lot of these are nice plumpy little fish. These are, the bigger ones are just on 35 and just over. There's the two bigger ones. Well, that one's well over 35. That one's just on 35. And these little trouties, they're probably close to 30, easy. Maybe 31 maybe. Good day. So yeah, I'll slice all these off. If you want, you don't have to slice the belly, but I do. Okay. Right down to that backbone. Angle your knife down. Cut in at the back of them fins, in towards the head, on an angle. Over the top of them ribs. Go down, remember the ribs are concaved, so try and follow that towards the belly. And then take it off. Lovely. And the other side. Bit of a rib there, so we'll get rid of that. Here, once you've done your fish like this, removed all these pin bones and that, oh, that's yours, isn't it, Mitz? You end up with a beautiful boneless fillet, suitable for children. Yum. Yeah, these smaller ones are much nicer than the big ones, but these ones up around, I don't know, I guess them bigger ones might be close to a kilo. Nah, probably 3/4 of a kilo. But they're nice around that size too. And yeah, it's very important to bleed your salmon. It tastes horrible if you don't bleed them. Plus you get blood all over the cutting board. See, there's no blood here because I bled them down the beach. I'll just introduce you to my dog Tilly. Come on, Tills. Here she is. What you doing? Looking for something? Come here, come here, come here. There she is. That's Tilly. Tilly, my mate. Okay, I'll get on. Hey, lucky last. Yay. Oh, that is that. All done. Check that out. That's a nice pile of fish, isn't it? Nice pile of cat food there too. So what I'll do, I'll just take this inside. I'll mix up some rainwater with salt to imitate the ocean. Better still to bring a bit of the ocean home with you. But I'll just mix some salt and rainwater and give this a nice wash to get all these scales off and stuff. And I'll bring it back out here and I'll show you how I pack it up to put it into the freezer. Right, okay guys, I'm back. Right, I've washed my fish in salt water. Now what I'm going to do, some of you will be aware on what salmon comes out of the freezer like after you've frozen it in freezer bags. It doesn't come out too good. It tastes a bit strong. But anyway, since I got these machines, these vacuum seal machines, and started freezing my salmon in these bags, wow, what a difference. They go in the freezer and they come out the freezer and taste pretty much the same as they did when they went in. So I could highly recommend you doing this. Okay, see, I just pop them in my portions in these bags. I'll go through all these bags and then I'll show them being vacuum sealed inside with that machine. I got two different types here, and I'll show you them in a minute. I'll just bag all these up and then I'll do that. Guys, I've got them all bagged up now. I'll show you these machines real quick. This one you can operate manually. It's got the buttons here for canister. You can stop it and then seal it. This one does it all automatic. I actually prefer this one because you can control the amount of air it's removing from the bag, like this. Okay, that's removed all the air in there now. Wait till that red light goes off. This one is all automatic. I'll show you how this one works. See, that did it all automatic. This one's done. They look good in there, don't they? Freeze wonderful. But this one hasn't done too bad a job. I do prefer the one you can do it all manually, but that one didn't do too bad. So I guess the choice is yours if you want to do this, but that is the best way to do it. I'll just zip through all these and show you the finished product. And if you guys are in, if you don't have one of these, this is good for you to see how they both work. Right, this one I simply do that. Away it goes. This one has got little buttons here. Okay. Away that goes. It's good to move the fish to, you know, help get all the air out. Oh, that one's done. See that it's not. It's okay, but it's not as vac sealed as good as this one. But I guess that's still okay. I would prefer this one. When you first, this is automatic or manual. You've got a choice. This one you haven't. So yeah, I do prefer doing this manually for fish, just to make sure you do get all the air out of the bag, because that is important. They're great. I can recommend it, especially for fish like snook, tommy ruffs, salmon, King George whiting, yellowfin whiting, garfish. Probably even snapper freeze okay in freezer bags because they're not an oily fish. But I do all my fish in this because you put it in your freezer and they don't get freezer burnt and it lasts forever. Not that you keep your fish forever, but hey, you catch a great big mulloway and you portion it all up in these bags. You put it in your freezer and it just keeps so good, and you don't want to waste your fish. So I hope you've all found that useful to the ones who needed a little bit of a hand. But yeah, thanks for watching, and tight lines and all that stuff. And yeah, all be good. Adios.